Hey guys, I know that it's been a minute and I haven't done a YouTube video in a very, very long time. So I thought, why not get back in the game well, not the game, but why not um, do a YouTube video and upload on my YouTube page. I'm also going to start uploading on TikTok soon enough and just spreading more of messages that needs to be heard. um, so with that being said, I hope everybody is doing good. I hope everybody is okay. Hope you're hanging in there. I know that it's like, oh, sorry. um, I know that it's really rough right now and everybody is going through a lot, but let me just start off by saying that you're not alone, and yours truly have been going through a lot as well. But I've been getting through it. I've been healing from what I've gone through, and I've made it through, and so you're gonna make it through too. So today, guys, I want to just talk about just that, and that is when you experience like some kind of trauma or some kind of, you know, let down, whether you're in a relationship and things like that, and, a breakup or whatever, anything that's traumatic to your heart, you have to take the time to heal. You have to make sure you're taking your time, and you have to make sure you give yourself that time. And I've always been the kind that I just never gave myself that time. And I realized that now more than ever, because from what I just went through, it kind of just showed me that, you know, you need to really start looking out for you, because if you're not looking out for you, nobody else is kind of going to look out for you the way you can, or love you, or show so much love the way that you can. And so I have been going through a process of healing all over again, and just healing from a lot of things, and not just most recent thing, but a lot of other things that you know what I'm saying, you think, oh yeah, I've healed from that, I'm good, yada yada, I'm able to go ahead and do this and do that. And it's just like, you're lying to yourself, because in reality, did you give yourself the time? And if you gave yourself the time to heal, then, by all means, do what you got to do. But if you did not give yourself time to heal, you have not. You have not. And so you're not, and if anything, if you're jumping into something, and if you're, jumping into this, jumping into that, jumping into that, and it's just like, it's not a healthy way to do things, especially when you've, experienced certain things, certain traumas, and you still carrying the weight. And so it's really important for you to take the time for yourself. You really have to kind of like, not to say in this way, but you kind of have to forget about the world for a minute, and really like focus on you. Focus on you. Focus on what, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever you need to do to take that time to heal and to feel, you know what I'm saying? Maybe cry one day, maybe journal one day, maybe watch a good movie, laugh, but take that time to yourself to do what you need to do, instead of jumping into situations, in the midst of you trying to heal. Because take it from me, it's way better to it's way better to just take your time. And when we take time for granted, we take it for granted, and I understand some people may say, well, time doesn't exist, and you're right, but also it does, and it's needed, especially when you need that moment, when you need that space for you. Like, we go around holding a lot of space for people, for other people, especially if you're in a relationship like me, especially if you're in a relationship, or, you know, or just a friend or whatever, someone that's not giving as much as you are. But we hold a lot of space for these people that don't, you know, give the same. And it's draining, and it really is hurtful. And when you do things like that, what you don't realize is that it can make, like, whatever traumas you already have, it can just pile that on, because you're not making sure that you're good, that you're taken care of firstly and foremost. So those things, I'm sorry, but those things are very important to me now. Like, that is the top of my list. The top of my list is me. That's the top of my list now. And that's not going to change. That's just how it's going to be, for the remainder of the time that I'm on this planet. It's going to be about me. And not to say it in a conceited way, or in a way of like, oh, she thinks she all of that and yada yada yada. Well, what if I do think I'm all of that? There's something wrong with that. And if you think you're all of that, there's something wrong with that, because you are all of that, and I am all of that. We are special. We are beautiful and wonderful and magnificent and amazing. So, at the end of the day, you know, when it's time to put you first, put yourself on that pedestal, put yourself on the pedestal. Put yourself up there, because you need it, especially if you have a giving heart. And every relationship that you've had has, been just crazy, to say the least. But it's been like, I'm always giving the most, or someone's always hurting me, or somebody is always doing something to me. And not to say that, things are not done to you. So we're not saying that, okay, or maybe you haven't done anything. We're not always perfect in our relationships, but when right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're someone like me that puts your all into a relationship, you know, and you don't get that back, you don't get that 50% back or 100% back, and it keeps happening, like, over and over and over again. So when that happens, let me stop whispering like, um, somebody that I know. But when that happens, you have to say, wait a minute, wait a second, hold everything, stop. like this can't keep going on. This cannot keep happening, and I'm not going to allow it to keep happening to me. Because you have to realize how wonderful you are, and you have to start giving yourself just as much as you would give to somebody else, or significant other that you love so much, and you would do anything for, but that person is not, giving the same, you know. And so we need to really, 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 like, give ourselves that time. If we're not giving ourselves that time, guess what? That cycle is going to continue to keep going, and you won't see when it's coming. You won't see it. Now, I have a lot of visions and dreams, especially dreams, and I didn't listen. And that's also another thing. Like, we have to start listening to the visions and the dreams that we're getting, and the intuition that we're getting about this person. We can't ignore it. We have to see it for what it is, and just let it, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I gotta let you go. We can't. We have to stop holding on to what we think we should have, when, if anything, it's an idea. And what, the creator wants to give us better, wants to give us more, right? So we have, like, these visions or something about whoever you're with. Like if you're with someone right now, and you have these visions of maybe like somebody, you know, the person doing something, you know what I'm saying, to you, and yada yada yada. You're just like, oh, it's just a dream, yada. No, most of the time, those dreams are like trying to show you, the creator's trying to show you, like, look, I'm trying to tell you now that this is not going to be what you've been waiting for. And you just have to listen. We got to know when to listen to ourselves, listen to the visions and the intuitions. We have to start listening. You know, that's another thing. So, listening and giving ourselves that time and trusting in ourselves to know when it's like, okay, you got to step back. And so, I'm not going to make this video too long, but I just wanted to, you know, send my love to you guys. I haven't been on YouTube in a while. Whoever does, you know, see the video, and I really would be definitely appreciative for anyone that's watching, anyone that's supporting. It's just definitely going to touch my heart to, you know, help someone with this, and that's needing this message. And so